bad morning. It was a frosty morning. We left Douglas here, and we got down the airport, had a few laughs and jokes down there, a good gang of us, and then we got on the plane and took off. Well, I remember going over Blackpool and seeing all the bird piers there. There was a spate of fires at one time, and actually next minute just looked round the window, you couldn't see out through the window. It's just mist. And that was the last I remember, bang. Well, I didn't even feel a bang. It's just cut out straight away, The knife had been taken and chopped your legs off straight away. That was how finished. Then I didn't remember anything until a week later in Bolton. I'd been on blood transfusions and things. And in the intensive care there, was still very good, because at that time they had specialists from Manchester Aircraft, Manchester Munich do in Manchester, and a few of them came up to Bolton to see what assistance they could give. And some of them were rough, but they were good, very rough. Years later, one of the engineers that are up there, he told me, he said, I hate to tell you this, but he said, I left you for dead on that mountainside. He said, we only had 2 stretchers. So he said, when we got to you, he said, your body was an awful mess. So he said, we've seen 2 others there that didn't look as bad as you. So I thought, well, we'll get them into hospital. So he said, we straightened you up in a dying position and took the others off. And he said, then when we went to look for you, you were missing, you were gone. And I was in a snowdrift. I had a suit on me and an overcoat, and yet when they found me, all I had on was a vest and trousers. Everything had been ripped off me. That's how all my shoulder blades and collarbones and arms were broken, with the blast. So I can remember being in an ambulance. I can remember hearing the sound of the ambulance and trying to breathe, and the air sort of going out through your back, and you couldn't get air into your body, It's an awful frightening feeling when you get that. And I remember shouting for my wife, screaming for her. I just don't know. It was a long time afterwards we found out. I said to Crosby, where's all the others? And he said, oh, they must be upstairs or something. Because he said, well, there are only 2 down here. And then they broke the news to us that all the rest had gone and 35 had been killed, And then there was Ennis and the co-pilot and the pilot and Jennifer Kearns. They were downstairs in another ward where we were, but theirs was not a very nice ward, very dismal, So Carnes got shifted out to Lourdes Hospital in Liverpool, and Ennis went home back to the Isle of Man. You didn't know anybody round about you. People were sort of looking at you, saying, what's he doing here, And all the rest are gone, So it was an awful feeling like emptiness. And people didn't like talking about it. We had voluntary subscriptions to pay for the storm, so on, and when we got it finished, we wrote a Rotary Club in Horwich, and they offered to put it up for us, and Manx Airlines said they would pay for so many to go away on the trip, so we took a party of survivors' families, and myself and Connie went, and the mayor, as I say, the mayor of Bolton turned up, the mayor of Horwich turned up, so it was a nice day, but it was totally different from the actual day of the crash, because that was nothing but snow up there then. Well, I was just glad I'd made it, to see it, see what it is, and it was such a big hole in the ground there, and when you looked at, you only looked about 20 foot below the top of the hill. If it had been 20 foot higher, we'd have cleared the hill, nobody would have been hurt at all, But it's one of those things, you know. We'll never find out what happened on that plane that day.